It is time, my friends, for this month's Off the Board Hop. Every month at the end of the month, so the last Wednesday of the month, a group of scrapbookers get together and find inspiration from our Pinterest boards. I did not participate last month because I just ran out of time. Summer has not been good to me in terms of getting scrapbooking time in. So I'm looking forward to the fall when everybody goes back to school. Anywho, I'm Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you are going to be really inspired today, not just from what I'm showing you, but also from what everybody else in the hop is showing. And you can find everyone who is participating linked down below in the description box. So my inspiration came from a Lisa Dickinson page. And this is something that I recently pinned to my scrapbook/cards Pinterest board, which I also have linked down below. And I really liked the circles at the bottom. That is something that I knew I could recreate because I already have pattern paper circles punched out. I have a stash of them because it's how I like to use up leftover scrap paper. And then anytime I need to use some circles on a piece or on a scrapbook layout, I just go to my circle stash and I pull out pattern paper colors that are going to go with everything else. So my background paper is a red paper with white cameras on it. And then I grabbed this star pattern paper, has some red stars, some yellow, blue, green. And I've got the back side of that star paper, which is the green. I'm going to incorporate that paper strip into this layout to mimic the paper strip that's going up at the top of Lisa's page. She has 3 photos. I also have 3 photos. I want to say she cut hers down to, they might be 3x4. They don't look very small, but when I cut my 4x6 photos down to 3.5x5, I was like, these are definitely a little bit bigger than Lisa's. So I'm not totally sure the specific size of hers, but if you can take your photos down just a smidge, you'll definitely have more room on the layout and it might be a little bit closer to what Lisa did. But I wasn't totally concerned about getting my photos the exact size. I just wanted to make sure that they fit within the star pattern paper. So the 3 photos are a series taken on December 26th. We were in Washington, D.C., and our flight to St. Louis was delayed. So we said, okay, we'll walk down to the White House Christmas tree. And so we took some pictures there. We stopped in a gift shop along the way. We thought, by the time we get back to the hotel room, we'll be able to go to the airport. Well, the story with that is that the flight just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and we were stuck in D.C. We had to get a hotel for, we didn't know, because we were getting kicked out of the current hotel room that we were in, so we had to get another hotel room. And by the time we got to that hotel room, they had gone ahead and canceled the flight. And there was absolutely no way that we could still get to St. Louis that week because that was the week, Christmas week, that Southwest just imploded in on itself. And there were no flights. We were lucky to get a car rental so we could drive back to New Jersey from DC. And that was a lot of fun. I will say that Southwest handsomely compensated us for our troubles. But I can tell you when we took that picture inside Five Guys, we were all, that was where we ate lunch and we had all of our luggage with us, like big bags with us. We were not super loving it. We were not really in a holiday spirit at that point in time. And that was before they ended up canceling the flight. We still thought maybe there would be a chance, but we didn't even make it to the airport. Because if we had made it to the airport, we would have just been standing in a big, massive people during like peak COVID time. And that's just not what we wanted to do either. So anywho, those are the 3 photos. I was going to put some of these in my December daily, and I decided that since this was kind of a bigger story, I would make it be part of the regular album, and I'm closing my December daily on December 25th. Speaking of December daily, I'm doing a YouTube live tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely come check that out so you can see how I'm going to finish up the December daily. You can scrap along with me. You can ask any questions you have about the process of doing the December daily, or, ask me whatever you want to ask me. All right, so I've got a lot of circles down there. I didn't make you watch me adhere them, but I tried to use a combination of the big circles and small circles. I also added in some Doodlebug stickers that had stars and kind of the same color scheme on them. And I also added a chipboard piece up at the top. Actually, I think that was just a regular sticker, but it says family because this was a lot of family time with just the three of us walking around DC and all our luggage. I'm using those small blue alpha stickers to start my title, and then I'm going to grab some Simple Stories alpha stickers to do the rest of the title. For some reason, those Simple Stories things don't have a question mark on them. Unless I'm missing something, please, if you see a question mark here on this video on the sticker sheet, let me know. But I do need to now go back and find a question mark to finish this title of Are You Serious? Because you need a question mark. But yeah, I also used some star patterned washi tape with that green plaid paper strip up at the top. Again, I went with the stars because there were stars on that pattern paper, and I liked that the blue kind of went with the blues in the pattern paper as well. So that's why I threw that up there. And a lot of these pieces are from my July Paper Issues warehouse box, or rather the Paper Issues warehouse box that I got as I purchased to be my July haul. A lot of you have said that you are having trouble finding it. I don't know if it's still available, but if you go to the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group, I tried to search for the link because I know it was posted in there, but if you post a question and say, hey, where's the warehouse box link? Are you still doing it? Cassie will definitely get back to you and let you know. Now I'm just finishing things up with some enamel dots, and those are, I think, from Fancy Pants Designs. And sorry, a tweet just came through while I was doing a voiceover from Stephen King. I don't care, Stephen King. I'm doing a voiceover for my scrapbooking. I don't need to be notified of your tweets. Thank you. So yeah, I think I'm just trying to find other things to go along with this, kind of going through all of the embellishments again from that Paper Issues warehouse box, and find something that's a suitable journaling spot, because this is a big story, and I might actually do maybe more journaling on the back, or maybe I'll add something to pull out so that I can write out the whole thing that happened. As it is, I just had a small journaling spot, and I got down the very base of what happened. So I definitely want to add more to that, because I'm sure that as I'm going through my albums in 10 years, I'll go, what was happening here? We went to see the Christmas tree because we were delayed, but I don't really remember specifically. So I would like to have more of that story put down somewhere. Journaling spots only give you so much room. And when you've got a large story like this, sometimes it helps to either handwrite it on the back of the layout or something, just so you have it and you can look back on it in later years. All right, so I've pulled a couple other pieces, a couple other embellishments now. This stayed pretty true to Lisa's original layout. She had some stitching at the top of hers. I don't have a sewing machine, and I'm not going to do hand stitching, so I didn't add anything like that. I was just happy to use up the circles in that way, my pattern paper circles, and then throw in some other embellishments that kind of went along with my, I guess, embellishment aesthetic for scrapbooking, right? Let me know down below in the comments if you have a scrapbooking inspiration Pinterest board. And also let me know the longest, or if you've ever had a flight canceled, or the longest your flight has ever been delayed. Hopefully not while you were on the plane, because I know that has happened to people before. It reminds me of that 30 Rock episode when Liz Lemon is dating Matt Damon, who's an airline pilot, and they're on the plane and it is pulled away from the gate, but then they get delayed for 3 hours and everybody's hot and hungry, and Liz goes up to the cockpit and is like, I could fly this plane better than you, and Matt Damon goes, good luck pressing takeoff, autopilot, and land. It always makes me laugh. I don't know that anybody else remembers that scene, but I always think of that line whenever I get on a plane. And I would think that somebody would make like a meme of it or a GIF, right? Somebody has to have that, but I look and I cannot find it because I would love to, every single time I get on a plane, share that somewhere on social media, and I can't find it. So I think that's a classic part of that show, and it needs to be made share worthy for me. So please, if anyone knows how to do that, please do that for me. Thank you so much. So I put the journaling down here, and I want to say sometimes you have to be really careful with your journaling spots, because if they're too shiny, then you're going to smudge. So just be very careful. I did a layout after I made this one, and I ended up having to use 2 journaling spots because I journaled on the first one and then accidentally smudged it. So I had to put a second journaling spot on top and fix it, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, just be careful if your journaling spots are kind of slick, like the slick sticker kind. Let your ink have lots of time to dry. Do the journaling at the very last possible second, and then just, treat it as if you were doing mixed media or enamel dots or something. Like, just set it aside and give it some air, and hopefully the ink will really set a little bit better and won't smudge. So anyway, I was trying to air dry it there with my hand. Yeah, whatever. And the tea I'm drinking, just FYI, is ginger tea. I have a mug of ginger tea every day to aid in digestion. All right, so here are the close-ups. I hope that this video was inspiring for you today, and I definitely hope that you hop along with everybody who is participating so you can see what they were inspired by and how they interpreted it. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys maybe tonight at the YouTube Live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but definitely next week for more scrapbooking. Bye!